Congratulations, you've just been given an opportunity to have an interview. Now what? Hi, my name's Philip McGee, and I am a physical therapist who does utilization review, and I've helped many others be able to land the non-clinical job that they want with my interview prep, and I want to give you 5 tips on how to ace the interview. The first tip is to make a good first impression, and you want to do that by dressing for success. I'll give you an example. This is definitely not the image you want to portray. My hair's all messy, I haven't shaved, I don't even have a collar on my shirt. This is your chance to look professional. This is your opportunity to have a good first impression. Don't look like this. What do I mean by dress for success? What I mean is that you want to look professional, that you want the interviewer to know that you have prepared for the interview and that you're someone who seriously wants the job. And for me, whether that's clinical or non-clinical interviews, I've worn a dress shirt and a tie, and I've had compliments from the interviewer on how presentable I was, and that led to a good first impression. Even if it's just a telephone interview, there's something about dressing up that can help you exude confidence. And I highly recommend, whether it's a telephone interview, a video interview, or an in-person interview, you want to be dressed up because that's going to help you feel more confident when you're giving your answers to the questions the interviewer is asking. That goes into tip number 2, that stories are more powerful than subjective statements. Even if the interviewer isn't asking for a story or an example of a time that you've accomplished something, you want to be able to give a story because most people will want to hear a story rather than a subjective statement, but also it provides evidence as to what you're saying. So let me give you an example. If someone were to ask me what my greatest attribute was, and I was going to say that I'm a hard worker, I would give a story about a time when I had met a certain amount of productivity in my job, or that I had surpassed expectations in the job that I was in. That leads to my third tip, that you want to let your answers be about 1 minute long. There's not going to be enough time to be able to have the interviewer's questions asked and to have your questions asked if you're having answers that are going longer than a minute each time. The fourth tip that I have is that you want to utilize relaxation techniques before the interview starts. And there's a few different ways that you can utilize relaxation techniques. There's diaphragmatic breathing, there's progressive muscle relaxation, there's grounding or mindfulness techniques. Whatever you find useful to be able to get your sympathetic nervous system to calm down, use those. Personally, I'm someone who likes the app Mindfulness Coach, which is a free app that you can download that was created by the Department of Veterans Affairs. It was originally created for those that suffer from PTSD, but it's useful for, in my opinion, everyone, that it walks you through different mindfulness techniques, different ways to be able to relax, and it's a great way to be able to calm yourself down and to appear confident and collected when you're about to do your interview. The fifth and final tip is to make sure to follow up with your interviewer within 24 hours. And you want to send either an email or a text message, something that's going to be a way to communicate to the interviewer that, 1, you're someone who's genuinely interested in the job, and 2, you want the interviewer to be able to follow up with you. And in that letter or that message, you want to thank the interviewer for their time and to tell them why you think that you're a good fit for the company and their culture, and something that may be unique that was brought up in the interview, or something that is unique about yourself that makes you the ideal candidate as someone that they want to hire. And it doesn't have to be long, it can just be a few sentences, but this can be powerful because it, like I said, shows the interviewer that you're really interested in the job and that you're wanting them to follow up with you. I hope that you found these tips helpful, and I plan to continue this series on non-clinical interview tips. If you're interested, I do practice interviews. I've been able to help people that are wanting to join the non-clinical world successfully get job offers through my practice interviews as well as my resume reviews. If you're interested in that, I have the link down in the description. And I do thank you for your time. Please click the like button and subscribe if you have found this content valuable. And if there are any questions or recommendations for future content, please write in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.